Hi guys, it's Harrison. I just wanted to take a moment to sort of reflect on the idea of purpose with you guys. It's an area that a lot of people are confused about. They don't really have a real handle on what their purpose in life is. They don't really have a handle on what they came here on this planet to do. So let's consider a couple things very easily and very quickly. The first is that let's consider the suggestion that we all have free will, right? That we all have the ability to choose. But when we start to explore the idea of free will, what we have to understand is that where did this free will start? Well, it's my contention in terms of purpose that we are eternal beings, that it starts before we're actually born, that we are eternal beings, that we live in different dimensions as we go, and that in the process, when we start to understand that we were here before, or that we have lived before in different forms, and that we will live again in different forms, the idea of purpose becomes much clearer. That is, that we come to this earthly plane with a particular mission in mind, with a particular idea in mind that we want to fulfill. Ultimately, the end goal of all life on this planet is to be happy and to be abundant and to expand, and that's how Source experiences its own magnificence. But in terms of purpose, we come here to do a particular thing. That's our personality. And the way we find that, which is difficult for most people to address in one form or another, is that we start to look at the fact that there are choices, attributes, and wishes that we may want to have fulfilled while we're on this earth. And part of that, to begin with, is to simply understand, what lights us up, what makes us happy. And that is a clue to our purpose. Once we begin to explore that process, we begin to think of, and don't think of it in terms of job descriptions or careers or anything like that. It's not about that. It's about what makes us happy. Our purpose is very closely aligned to what is natural to us. So it's not something that you have to do in a job. It's not something that you have to be or create through money or through other kinds of things like that. It is something that lights you up from the inside. What makes you happy to do? And once you begin to envision that, you intend and make your life around the things that make you happy, and what you find is that as you go, your purpose becomes much more apparent to you until you have an aha moment around that. And that aha moment will translate into, that is absolutely the correct thing for me to be, think, and do at this point in time. And when we get to that point of purpose, when we get to that, this is right, it will feel like a whole skin. It'll feel like, the skin that we live inside of is absolutely right for us. It will color our purpose, it'll color our actions, it'll color our relationships, it'll color our careers, it'll color everything that we do, and with vivid, satisfaction. So, we have different points that we work at, and the first one to discover your purpose is simply to know what turns you on. Don't worry about money and all that other stuff. You may have been having worries about that or whatever, but those kinds of things, once you have your purpose, sort themselves out. So there isn't much to that process. It just sorts itself out. So we chose to come here to Earth to fulfill a mission, and that mission is very much revolved around the things that make us happy. We pretty much know as children what that mission is, but we lose it through the educational system, through our teachers, through the media. We get confused by all these things. So the way to do that is just simply sit down quietly, begin to reflect upon the things that make you happy. Find out what you can discover by asking yourself the question and being true to yourself. What is your special talent? What is the thing that makes you most happy? And when you begin to look at that, you are now on the road and on the path to make all things right. That's all I have to say for today. We'll go further into this at another time. Thanks very much. You guys have a great time till we meet again. Harrison, signing off.